the start of a new vlog. It's Wednesday, sometime in April. I think the 25th. BoxyCharm should come out today. I'm pretty excited about that one. I really like the BoxyCharm now that I've started trying the products instead of just showing them to you guys. So last night, Roger and I went to a movie, and afterwards we sat outside the mall where the movie theater is and had a really long talk about our future, our individual futures, things that need, you know, almost like stipulations, which I don't want it to sound like we both have ultimatums for each other, because that's not what it's about. But there are things that each of us need to change, behaviors that each of us need to change in order to be our best self and to be the best self for each other. We both know that together we are not necessarily good for each other. Even last night, one of the things that we always did was, if I came home and I didn't feel like cooking, we would just like order food, or I would go and I'd get fast food. And that's really not a good habit. And we both enable that in each other because we just want to make the other one happy. And even last night, I didn't take lunch to work. We went to the movie and we had popcorn at the movie, but I hadn't ate since like 9 that morning. And then we shared the popcorn, and afterwards I was kind of hungry. And I was like, well, do you want to go to dinner? Because it was still kind of early. It was like 7:30. And he's like, yeah, I guess we could. And I go, or we can get drive-through, I don't care. And he's like, this is what I'm talking about. And I was like, you're right. Because we take the easy way, and it's not healthy for either one of us. And you guys have seen him now in 2 vlogs, because he'll be in the one that I'm gonna post that ended yesterday. We're both overweight, and we're both obese, like, let's not lie about it. And we both need to work on our health, and especially him, right before I moved out, he had started smoking, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't like that, don't do that, like, I don't know. And he has continued to smoke since I've been gone, and he's, coughing, and I was like, you gotta stop that. Like, I'm just afraid for him, I guess. Like, I know that there's like cancer and heart disease in his family, and it stresses me a little bit, because I absolutely care about him. I don't care if we get divorced and we're not married, I'm still gonna care about him. He is such a huge part of my life, and I feel like he always will be, and I kind of hope he always will be. He's such a good person. It's just, we're just not good for each other. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's almost like we bring out the worst in each other by trying to be the best for each other. And I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else, but that's how we are. You get in a relationship, like, when you first start, you're trying to please your partner so much, and so, like, you're making them meals, and you're buying them gifts, and you buy them things that you know that they like. Like, for me, I was always, like, grabbing him a candy bar or something, because I knew that's what he liked. He has such a sweet tooth. And it's such a bad habit to get into, but you want to make your partner happy, and you know that makes them happy. And I continued to do it after I left. Like, it was really hard for me. I would go to the grocery store and I would see something that I knew he would like, and I would automatically grab it and put it in my cart for him. But I can't do that. it's not my responsibility to, first of all, get him food. Second of all, it's terrible of me to give him candy when I know that we both need to lose weight. Like, it's horrible of me, but I know it makes him happy, and like, it's that struggle between like what's right and what makes the person happy. And I'm sure that some of you have been there. It's that terrible line. And when I had Logan, we were at the grocery store and he had saw the mint Oreo cookie bars and he was talking to me about it. I was like, oh my gosh, Uncle Roger loves those. He's like, let's get some for Uncle Roger. So we did, and I was like, after when I gave them to Roger, I was like, oh, I feel so bad about this. Like, I just because I know his, what the hell? Oh, that was a train. I forgot that I was like right by the train tracks. But I know that he cannot resist sugar. And part of Roger's problem is self-control. Like, this is why he never kept snack foods in the house, is because if he gets a bag of chips or like a bag of jelly beans or something, he's going to plow through the whole thing. And he knows that, and I know that. And so I had started, like, for his lunches, buying small bags of chips, but then he would just like eat multiples, and I was like, okay, well, that's not gonna work. It's just, it's a self-control issue, which obviously, you know, we both have. Mine is more on like spending money. That's where I lack self-control sometimes. And his is a sugar addiction. He's addicted to sugar. There's no way around it. He's addicted to sugar. He drinks Mountain Dew sometimes. I got him to stop drinking so much soda. He was drinking Arnold Palmer tea. Basically, it's by Arizona, and it comes in a gallon jug. It's half tea, half lemonade, and I got him to buy the Zero, which is, you know, 0 calories, 0 sugars. I mean, it has fake sugar in it, but like, he's not drinking soda, and he's not drinking Mountain Dew, which, yeah. So I did make some positive changes in his life, and he's made a tremendous positive changes in my life. I just don't know if it's enough for us to be good together. Yeah, that's where I'm struggling, and that's what we talked about last night, and he knows the changes that he has to make. And because, like, I feel like he kind of put his whole life on pause when I moved out, instead of what I did when I moved out. I made changes, and I learned, and I grew, and I worked on the things that I needed to work on, and he just put his life on pause. And even though we had talked about, hey, like, even if I come back, like, the house is not the only issue. It's, you know, there's other issues in our marriage, and he needed to work on some of those, and he didn't. And so last night we talked about those issues, and we talked about, you know, what he needed to work on and what I still needed to work on. And, you know, he basically asked me for more time, and I was like, of course, like, I'll give you all the time that you need. Like, I'm not gonna, I don't want to get a divorce right now. It doesn't make sense, and I don't want to have to, like, if we do work all this out, I don't want to have to, like, remarry him, you know what I mean? So just know, like, I know you guys ask me a lot, like, what's going on with that? I do care about Roger. Roger is my best friend. I would love to see our relationship, you know, go back and become anew. I would love to, you know, basically have a fresh start on our marriage. But there's certain things that I won't allow myself to go back to. And, you know, marriage is complicated. If you think that marriage is easy, you're crazy. you have to work on it all the time. And when you let it go stagnant, or you let it, you know, not be a top priority in your life, that's where your marriage is going to be screwed up. So, you know, it's complicated, but, you know, we're working together to see if we can make this work. And if we can't, then we both know that we've put in our best efforts and we've, you know, worked really hard to try to save it. And if we can't, then we can't. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So I'm at work. Thanks for listening to me ramble about my marriage. I hope this brings some light onto my situation, and I hope that, you know, maybe some of you have gone through something similar and have came out either on the top or on the bottom. So, you know, if you want to share your story with me, you're more than welcome to. I'm so happy to listen to either way, if good or bad. So, all right, bye. Hey guys, oh, long day. It's like a little after 6:30. I'm finally leaving work, but I got like 95% of everything done. The stuff I didn't get done is because I need my boss to like sign stuff, and he left at 5. It did not get as hot as they said it would today. It only got to, I think the high was like 74. It's 68 right now, according to my car. But the sun is super bright. I'm so tired though. Like, you know those days where you were just mentally exhausted? Ugh, I just can't even. So I'm gonna go home and make some food out of one of my cooking boxes, and hopefully get to bed a little bit early. Man, I'm tired. It's so weird because I work in an industrial area, and when I leave at 5, it's fairly busy. But at 6:30, it's dead down here. Dead. Completely dead down here. Okay, so tomorrow is Friday, and I'm taking half a day off, so I have to go in in the morning, just for a couple hours and finish up some stuff that I didn't get to finish up. So I'm gonna leave there about 11, so I really only need breakfast tomorrow. And then I'm gonna go hang out with my sisters. I do have a video to shoot with my sister. We need to shoot the Yours clothing, since I didn't get to do that on Sunday because I wasn't feeling well. I think I was super dehydrated that day. Like, I've been pounding water since the weekend. I just, the weather change and it being so like bipolar basically is like really tough on me. I don't know if it's like the change in the weather just always like gets me. Like if it goes from rainy to sunny, I get like super tired. And it's really, really bad if it goes from sunny to rainy. I get super tired. But I love the rain. So it's just this, with it going up and down so much lately, it's been making me really tired. That sounded gross. Plus, allergies. I did not develop allergies until I was in my 30s. And now every year around this time, I get sore throat, stuffy nose. Like, I don't know if you can hear, but my voice is a little bit, like, raspy. I can feel it, but I can't always hear your own voice correctly. Aw, the neighbors are washing their car. Cute. It's warm enough to wash your car. Finally home. I'm gonna go inside and take this makeup off my face because I don't know. I don't, it's not my favorite look. I shouldn't have put it down. And then from all, like, I touch my face a lot, and so I'm like sitting there like that trying to think, and like my brows come off. I need to remember to do a setting spray on them. Yeah. Well, guys, I was supposed to spend the day with my sisters today, and stupid me realized I had more work than I thought at work. Even though I worked late last night, I got in my car to leave, to go to the post office, to mail off a bunch of stuff that I had done, and realized that I haven't done my quarterly reports, and it's the 27th, and they're due on the 25th, and I'm a complete mess today. This, for the past like 3 weeks, I feel like I've been a mess, and like, I'm so mad at myself because I'm usually on top of that shit, and like, my quarterly reports are done like 2 or 3 days after the quarter ends. I forgot to put napkins under you guys. And so, I'm really upset with myself, so now I have to go back to work, and I have to get those done. Those have to go out today. So I'm not gonna get to hang out with my sisters because I would have to drive an hour there, and then it's an hour back, so that's 2 hours. That would put me at 12:30, and I have to be, see, they're gonna go to the Country Chicks thing. I have to be back by like 5:30 because, I have to be back by 5:30 because I have a Facebook Live going tonight. So it's just, I'm not gonna get to do it, and I'm kind of upset with myself that I've been such an airhead lately. This, if you don't have depression or anxiety, this is what it does to you. It literally changes who you are. It gets in your brain, and it just messes everything up. Because usually, like I said, I'm right on top of things. I'm so good at my job, like I really am. But this month, I've just been, okay, it's now noon. That was an hour and a half. But I got everything done. Boss just has to sign 2 things and put them in the mail. And I specifically wrote him messages to do that, like post-it notes, because he's very forgetful. I feel sometimes like I'm more of a babysitter or a mom at work. Oh man. I'm really mad at myself. Luckily, only one of them was due on the 25th, and it's the 27th. The other ones were due, they're due on the 30th, which is Monday. So those aren't late. Thank goodness. All right, now I'm gonna go home and probably get some work done, do some videos, so that I can edit over the weekend. It never stops. Oh my goodness. I'm just like trying to have a social life along with, you know, a regular job and the YouTube. Oh God, I'm so weird. It's really hard for me to balance. So, oh man. So I've got 6 hours until my live stream. So I've definitely got enough time to get some videos done. Ew, what kind of animal is that? It's like really yucky here today. I think I'm gonna go home and make some tea. I ordered some, okay, so Christy in the Carolinas messaged me, well, she didn't message me, she commented on my Matcha Reserve video, and she suggested I try Yogi tea, which is a more affordable and widely available tea. And it's supposed to help with weight loss and stuff like that. Now, again, I am not on a diet or anything, but I am trying to be healthier, and these teas have, you know, healthy stuff in them. So I did order a blueberry green tea, and then I also ordered the same green tea that Dutch Brothers serves. It's a citrus ginkgo green tea, and I really like the Dutch Brothers tea. So what I'm gonna do with that is make iced tea and keep it in my fridge so that I'm not tempted to get soda. Sometimes when if I have to go to the grocery store, I'll get like a 2 liter of soda, and it'll take me like a week to drink it. Like the last time I went, I bought a 2 liter or two 2 liters of diet root beer and a 2 liter of diet ginger ale. And Logan and I drank one of the diet root beers, and then I drank the diet ginger ale, and I have the diet root beer in my fridge still. Like, I haven't drank any of it. I've been drinking a lot of water in the evenings, so that's good, I guess. I only got up twice to pee last night. It's so crazy. I'm such an old lady. There are times where I'm just like, how old am I? Like, am I 60 freaking years old? But nope, just 37. Or almost 37, I should say. I only have 4 hours to shoot videos because my roommate gets home around 4. Like a little after 4. So, and I don't like cooking and shooting and stuff when he's home. So I'm gonna go inside. Good morning! I'm like digging my look today. I use the Rainforest of the Sea 2 palette on my eyes, and I forgot the name of it, but the lipstick is Lime Crime. I thought I threw it in my bag, but maybe not. What is that? Oh, this weird protein bar my mom gave me. Okay, I need to go get some breakfast and some coffee. It is, I don't know. Okay. It is 10:11 in the morning. And today's what, the 28th? Ooh. Oh, man. So last night, I did a live stream in the Facebook group, and we answered some questions, and we just kind of like hung out and talked. And about halfway through, I was like, I'm gonna make a drink. So I made a drink, and then we kind of decided that I was gonna do the drunk makeup thing. That did not work out. Kandy went a little over drunk to slurring words and stuff, so not happening. So I went to bed. Like, I got off stream and I what am I trying to say? Oh, I drank some water, took some Tylenol, and went to bed. My friend woke me up about 8 o'clock this morning, calling to make sure I was okay, because the video came out today about my depression, my anxiety, and me trying to commit suicide. I mean, let's just say what it is. And there was a lot of responses from that, and so far they've been really good. I haven't been in the comment section because I'm busy today, but I've had personal messages and stuff, and that's super nice. And it's nice to know that, like, first of all, I'm not alone. And so, oh, I forgot I was wanting to go to the bank. Second of all, that, you know, I do have people that I can reach out to. Not that I didn't know that, because I do, but it's nice to know that so many people care about me and would be upset if I was gone. So, you know, I'm really like touched by that, and that means a lot to me. I've made so many cool friends from YouTube and Twitch, and I'm so happy to have these people in my life. It's just like, it's people that I'll probably never meet in person, but like I hope I do, because they're super cool people. So it sounds like I really need to do an East Coast meetup or something. I need to go to the East Coast for sure. It's always in the back of my mind that I just want to like get up and move to the other side of the country. But that also scares me because like I know that I would really, really, really miss my nephews and my sister. And you know, I know people there, but that's like leaving my comfort zone and leaving my, you know, safety blanket. It's just, it's a scary thought. Oh, the bank is busy this morning. I'm just gonna go to the cash machine. So I got up and did makeup this morning. Oh my gosh. But it was so fun last night. There was just like so many people. I think I was on for like almost 5 hours. Apparently you can only do 4 hours and then it cuts it off. So that was good to know. I didn't eat dinner last night, and I think I ended up having like half a bag of popcorn. So that was probably one of the reasons that the alcohol got to me so quickly. This is an exit only. That's what she said. Oh god. It's so, I don't know. It was just last night, I'm just like rethinking over everything, and it was just so nice to like, someone could ask a question and we could all just discuss it. And we could all give our opinions and, you know, share our own stories. And it was so cool. So cool. Anyway, I'm heading up to my sister's. We're gonna shoot some videos. We're gonna shoot a Yours clothing haul. I have a Universal Yums box that I want to do with Logan again because that was so fun. And we'll do Landon too if he wants to. Look at this building. Look how pretty this building is. They just redid it. It's so pretty. They're like really like cleaning up downtown and making things look nice. I think I just zoomed in, but it looks okay. I'm still in frame. My town is kind of, most of our income depends on the mills, the sawmills and the paper mills and stuff. And when the housing industry kind of fell, the town really took a dump, and it kind of, you know, shook everybody up. But now we're getting back into it, and the town is more diversified. There's a lot more stuff here now, and it's becoming nicer. And yeah, we still have issues and druggies and shit, but the town's becoming a lot nicer. Even my own neighborhood where Roger and I's house is, back when we moved in, it was fine. And then there came this time after we bought that it just went to shit. And then it got cleaned back up. Like, we had neighbors that were like doing and selling drugs out of their garage, and yeah, a guy died in the backyard next door. Okay, he had an overdose and died in the backyard. I came home from work one day and the coroner's van was in front of my house, and I started to flip out because I was like, oh my god, what happened? I haven't talked to Roger today, like, what's going on? It was just, they were not good people. And they had like 10 or 12 people living in this tiny house, and it was just not healthy. It was not a good situation. Anyway, now our neighborhood looks really nice. They've cleaned up and redone the duplexes that were down the street, and The house next door has been cleaned up. The really nice people live there now. So our neighborhood is improving too. So hopefully that'll be a plus for us when we go to sell our house, because that needs to happen. We know that we need to sell our house. We kind of talked that, I know I mentioned this a little bit, but we basically talked that Roger's gonna work on himself, and you know, if we make this work out, we're going to sell our house and move into a new house together and start over. If we can't make this work out, then we sell our house and we go our separate ways. So it's just, I guess it is what it is. Like, you know, those are our options, and that's what we're dealing with right now. Neither one of us are in like a super big hurry to get a divorce or to get back together. We just both really need to work on ourselves, and we know that, and that's where we are going forward. So I don't know, it's an interesting time in my life right now.
I don't want that.
Oh, look, you're right there.
A tip? Yeah. A tip?
Are you cute?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very cute.
A tip to the up here.
He lost interest really fast. Uh-oh.
No.
Somebody disabled the iPad. Who is that? Is that Leo? Who's that? Is that Christy?
Screen's closed, right?
What? Yeah, I know. No. I have to wipe it off though.
True.
How would you like your bun toasted? Do you want butter or mayo?
Mayo, please.
I could too.
I am leaving my sister's. I didn't take my camera out too much for vloggy stuff. I did shoot a video with the boys tasting a food box, and I shot a video with my sister for some clothes. Much more successful than the last time, although I am sending some stuff back. It was fun though. When I'm there, I don't want to have the camera constantly in my hands because it's a little bit distracting for the boys. And then I spill water all over myself, so it's cool. But anyway, I was there for 3-4 hours, so that was nice. We had lunch. They made burgers, so we had burgers and hung out with the boys. We played Monopoly. It started out with Logan and Landon playing with us, and they got bored, so us adults finished the game. Josh won, whatever. But it's electronic Monopoly, so it's, you use like a credit card, and all your money's on this credit card instead of actual paper money. So it's kind of interesting, and the prices are like way crazy. Like you start with $15 million or something. But it's like super muggy because it's like semi-warm. Like, hold on. It's near 60, but it's raining, and so it's like muggy. I have to sneeze. Sorry. But that was fun. The kids are always so fun to hang out with, and they get a little out of control, but I mean, that's to be expected. They're kids, like, they're kids. So I'm tempted to stop and get something on the way home, but it's kind of why I turned the camera on, so that I would talk to the camera instead of stopping and getting food at the gas station by my sister's house, which I need to go get gas as well. I'm gonna stop at Safeway in Centralia. This guy just picked up a 6-pack. Woohoo! Walking home. Oh man, my allergies are like killing me today. So it seems like today I'm gonna go home. It's 3:30, so I'm gonna get home about 4:30. I will probably edit some videos, hopefully edit this vlog or some kind of vlog. Like, I have a bunch of vlog footage, I just haven't put it together. And it was really important to me to get that depression and anxiety video out. I've been putting off filming it because I didn't want to, like, it's something hard to discuss. It's something hard to talk about. And I was hoping that it would reach people and they would understand where I'm coming from and know that if they're having a problem like that, that they, you know, there's other people out there struggling. And I've got so many nice messages and stuff today, and I haven't even gotten to read all of them. I got a bunch of emails. I haven't got to read those. It's just very nice, and I'm glad that I am comfortable enough to share that kind of stuff. Like I said on Twitter, I've always said that I'll be honest with you guys and, you know, express my true feelings, and I hope that you realize that that's what I do. I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not Willy Wonka, like, you know what I mean? Like that saying, like, I speak the truth and I speak my experience. And that's what's really important to me. So I hope that I have reached some people. I know I have because they tell me. So that's, someone asked me the other day, like, what's your goal with your YouTube channel? And my goal is not about subscribers. My goal is not about numbers, views, money. It's not about that at all. I want to leave people happier than when I found them. And I think that I've said this before, but that really is my goal. Like, when we meet, I want you to feel happier after we've had an interaction or you've watched one of my videos. I want you to feel either better or at least have enjoyed the time while you were watching it. And so I like to keep things light, but sometimes we have to get heavy. No pun intended. Oh my gosh. The live last night was so fun. I got messages about that today too, that like people were just laughing the entire time, and it's so good to laugh. And just like a lot of people were saying, this feels like we're having a sleepover and we're just girls just hanging out. And it was so nice. And people would come and go because they had to take care of their kids or their husbands, or, you know, go to bed, because I started at 6 and I got off about 11 my time, which on the East Coast is like 2 a.m. So, but it was so much fun. And I'm really trying to step out of my own body and enjoy the experiences that I'm having. I don't know if that quite makes sense. I'm trying not to worry about things, and I'm trying to be present in the moment and enjoy the moment that I'm having. And that's why, like, I don't get the camera out a lot when I'm with my family or my friends, because I want to enjoy those moments with them, because they're so few and far between for me, because all my friends live, you know, or most of my friends live far away. And I am making some friends. They tend to be men, it seems like. It's not like there's like dating sites for making female friends. Like, hey, I just want a friend. Like, I'm glad I have Brittany, but still, she lives 45 minutes away to an hour, and I hate having her drive to me all the time, and so I'm gonna have to start going to her, which is not a big deal. She wants to take me to Cinetopia, which is a movie theater that has like really cool seats, and apparently she said there's part of it that's 21 and over, and I'm like, heck yeah. So that'll be fun. I'm trying to water up today. This is my second one of these. Plus I drank about 3/4 of my coffee before I was like, yeah, I've had enough. Good morning, guys. Today is May 1st, and I wanted to update you guys on what's going on with me. I am overwhelmed by the amount of support and love that has come to me from my depression video, and you guys are amazing, and I can't say enough about it. Some of you have been in a similar situation. Some of you have no idea how this feels, but you still are being supportive and lovely, and it's amazing. Yesterday I called and I told the intake nurse that I had tried to take my own life, and she put me through to an emergency therapy appointment. So I have a therapy appointment on Thursday. This will be basically my evaluation to see who I should see, how often I should see, and how severe this has gotten, which is pretty severe, let's be honest. Then on the 18th of June, I go see an actual psychologist, and they will evaluate me and see if maybe I'm bipolar or borderline personality, trying to figure out what's going on, because I really feel like there's something in my brain that is not right. And so I'm looking forward to that, to be honest. It'll be nice to have not just a diagnosis, but someone who understands what I'm going through and has seen this type of thing before. Because I have such severe lows and such high highs, I feel like there has to be something else. It can't just be just depression and just anxiety. There has to be something else, or I'm just crazy. I mean, shit happens, right? So anyway, I do that on the 18th of June, and I have like 5 or 6 hours of vlog footage from the past month or so. But as I was looking through it, like, you can see my spiral into craziness. And as comfortable as I am showing you guys my life, I just don't know if that's healthy for me to put out there. And so I'll do my best to get a vlog out soon. I just don't know exactly what it's going to include. I hope you guys understand, and I know you guys will. My true friends and fans will understand that I might need to take a step back. Luckily, I have Shib to edit my cooking videos, and I can pass him any video, to be honest, and he would edit it for me. But I like to edit the vlogs. I like to make sure I know what's going out there and stuff like that. The wrong lane. And so I will pass on to him what I can, but videos may not be as frequent as they have been. I have all these fantastic ideas for videos, and I have them written down, and I have ideas, you know, sketched out, but I can't force myself to do it, and I don't want to come off inauthentic. And I know that you guys will understand that. And so if there's only 1 or 2 videos a week, that's just how it's going to be for a little while. So I need to focus on my mental health, because I can't do this all the time. I can't be going back and forth between being happy and content to being so down on myself that I even think about doing that again. I never did tell my sister, and so she found out from the video just like you guys, and then my mom found out from the video as well. Well, she found out from the Kandy community. My sister added her to the Kandy community, and that's how she found out. And so it's funny because, like, this is how my family deals with stuff. She called me, or she texted me on Sunday night, and she's like, hey, do you want to have dinner tomorrow? I thought we'd come down and have dinner. And I was like, yeah, sure. And right away I was suspicious because, like, they don't come down, because I live an hour and a half away. They don't come down just for dinner. And so I was like, So I talked to my sister on Monday morning, and I was like, did you tell Mom about the video? She's like, no, but she found out because she wanted to be added to the community. And I was like, oh, okay. So I asked Roger to come with me so that I didn't have to face my mom alone. And so he came with me, and we had dinner with my mom and her boyfriend last night. And she didn't tell her boyfriend anything. Okay, Dutch Brothers, you're a little busy. I'm gonna go to Starbucks because I have money on that card too. And so he didn't know anything about it. And so we got like 3/4 of the way through dinner, and finally I was like, so are you here to yell at me? Oh my God, every place is so full for coffee this morning. I guess I'm not getting coffee. Okay, so her boyfriend had no idea about anything, and so 3/4 of the way through dinner, I was like, so are you here to yell at me, or what's going on? She's like, well, I'm not here to yell at you. I just want to talk. I was like, okay. Like, she didn't say anything, and I was just like, so I finally dragged it out of her, and she's like, well, I don't understand why you didn't talk to me, or Carrie, or why Roger didn't tell us. I was like, Roger didn't know either. And so when I invited Roger to dinner, I sent him the video, and I said, don't watch it at work, or like, watch it after work. And so he calls me in a panic, and he's like, I didn't get this. And I go, what do you mean? I told you about it, like, the day after it happened. He goes, well, you just kind of glazed over it. I didn't think you were serious. And I was like, oh, yeah, I was. Because, like, I told him that I took some pills and drank some alcohol and went to sleep, and he thought I was just being weird, and he didn't realize that I was, like, dead set on that. So it was just, it was a strange conversation, but everyone made me promise that I wouldn't get there without talking to them again, and I realized that it was stupid, and it was a lazy attempt to begin with, but, like, I don't know. Anyway, and then he called me last night before he went to bed just to make sure I was okay, and I was like, is this gonna be like this? Are you guys gonna treat me like I'm broken? He's like, yeah, for a while I am. And I was like, okay, I understand. So I don't want to be treated differently because I've talked about this, but I understand people's concern. But I don't want to be treated like I'm fragile, or like that they can't talk to me if I'm in a break. And I think that's why I didn't tell my sister, is because she was going through so much, and I didn't want her to feel like she couldn't tell me something just because I was having a rough time of my own. And I wanted to be there and be strong for her. I don't want to cry this morning. So, yeah, I guess that's why I didn't talk to her about it, but so that's the update on that. I'll let you guys know how therapy goes. I'm glad that they got me in a lot sooner than 6 weeks, but my psychiatric appointment isn't for like 6 weeks, so it's almost like 7 weeks. Yeah, 7 weeks. Hey guys, it is Wednesday, May 2nd, and I'm heading to work. I am finding it increasingly difficult to get myself out of bed in the morning and to get myself to work. Like this morning, I snoozed until about 7. I didn't have to shower because I showered yesterday. And I got up and I made 2 recipes so that I would have food so I wouldn't stop for food again because I had to stop yesterday. And then I just like I got the food ready and it was ready to go. It's like 7:35, 7:40, and I'm like still in my pajamas. I'm like, come on. Like I'm giving myself a pep talk like, girl, you have to go to work. You have bills to pay. You have an obligation to this business to be there. Oh shit, so many cars. So I'm like telling myself like, you have an obligation to this business. You have to go to work. They are counting on you. And it's like, I have to like give myself a motivational speech just to get out of the goddamn house. So I'm like forcing myself to like get out of the house, and it's not that I'm tired. I don't want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to put clothes on. I don't want to put makeup on. I don't want to get in my car. I don't want to drive anywhere. I don't want to at all. It's like super tough to just like function. And I'm trying so hard not to be that way, but like I think probably if I didn't work for such a small business, or if I didn't have the work ethic that I have, that I probably would have lost my job already, because I wouldn't go. Hello. You don't want 50. I love that color in your hair.
Oh, thank you.
I need a new one.
You knew it? Oh. So I accidentally put this like coppery color in my hair because I toned it when I wasn't supposed to. And who's that? My hairdresser was like, all right, well, we're gonna have to make you platinum now because like you can't really do much with that. And so she made me platinum, and I was like, can we just like do a fun color in it? Because I don't want to be platinum. I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, I like platinumed it out, and then I put like purple in it. Well, then I put some blue in it, and now it's like gray, and I'm like,
It looks cool though. I don't think it looks bad.
No, it's kind of like weird dimensional, but yeah, it's just like,
There you go.
Thank you. Have a great day. Oh, she didn't give me a new card. Oh well. I love the girls there because they always are like, we can talk about nails and hair. They're just so cute and friendly. If you don't have a Dutch Brothers, every Dutch Brothers I've been to, they're so friendly. I can sit at the Starbucks window and all the girl will say to me is, have a great day, as she hands me my drink, and that's it. Like, okay. So anyway, do you see how quickly I can change though from being like super depressed to acting like I'm happy? And like, I just don't think that's normal. I don't know. I definitely have a, my mom calls it a customer service attitude, is that I can be like super pissed off or super upset, and if a customer walks in or calls on the phone, customer service voice. I can like, at 1 second I can be like screaming about something and be totally pissed off, and if a customer service voice, like, it's crazy. I wonder if that's part of the problem, is that like I don't actually know when I'm like super upset or pissed off, because I can change it in a second and act like nothing's wrong. And you guys see that sometimes in videos, because like there's times that I don't want to record, but I need to because I gotta put content out, or I feel like I gotta put content out, and I put on a happy face and I do the thing. And it's just, life is complicated. I think we all do that though. Like, I think probably if you have kids, you probably do that because you don't want your kids to see you upset. So you change to like, happy mom again, you know? So I think probably we all do that. I don't know what's like, we're all just trying to get through life and figure it out, right? Like, I can't be the only, well, I know I'm not the only one. I keep saying I can't be the only one. I know I'm not the only one because tons of you have messaged me or left comments on videos that you struggle with the same thing. And I hope that by sharing my struggles that it can help you in some even small way, even if it just motivates you to go to therapy or it motivates you to talk more about how you're feeling. Those are my hopes for why I share all this and why you guys are so intrinsically like entwined into my life now. You guys are all my friends. Like, I see the same people comment and the same people, you know, post things, and I love that there's certain people that I know that I could talk to if I needed to, or they could talk to me if they needed to. And I know that when I finally get the money saved up to go on my US tour, that there'll be people that I can see almost everywhere. And it's so cool to me. It's just so, like, it's scary, but it's cool. Like, of course I'll be super nervous to meet some of you, but like, it'll be so fun. I got people in California and Florida and Vermont and just everywhere. There's just people everywhere. And like my friend Brittany, I met her in the comments section and she was like, hey, we should go have coffee. And I was like, okay. She suggested coffee like 3 or 4 times before I was like, okay, we should definitely do that. And now, like, I love her. She is so fun to be with, and we're so alike, but enough different that, like, we can discuss things. I've got a text from her on my phone that I haven't read this morning yet. And it's just, she's so fun, and we struggle with some of the same things, and we both love sushi. Every time she comes to town, we go to this sushi restaurant, we get these giant platters of sushi, and just, like, talk about boys and life, and she's amazing. And I don't want you guys to think that I don't know how lucky I am to have the people in my life who love me and to have you guys in my life, because I know I am, but my brain won't allow me to think that sometimes. My brain goes to, you're alone, you're a loser, you're not good enough. That's what my brain does. And I will say that, like, since I've admitted to doing that, my family's kind of treating me a little bit differently, which is not completely, you know, I kind of understand it. They just care about me, and Roger is like checking on me day and night, making sure I got to work, making sure I go to bed, making sure everything's okay. And it means a lot to me because I didn't realize he cared that much. Because that was one of my things when I left, is that, like, he never really showed me how much he cared about me. And so I never really knew where I stood with him, and that was tough. Here we go, crying Kandy. And I think it's probably because we just, you know, we didn't work on our marriage, and we kind of got into this rut that was just awful. And, you know, you have to work on your marriage, you have to work on your relationship, you have to constantly be cultivating the love that you share for each other. And don't be afraid to tell people you care about them. don't be afraid to tell them how much you love them or compliment them every day. Like, that can go a long way for someone. My boss is gonna be like, really? You're crying already? You haven't even got here. It's been a rough morning. Ugh. I'm really happy that my boss knows me so well and understands me so well. I mean, I've been working with him for 14 years. He was my best friend before he was my boss. I'm sure I've shared that my boss Joe was our child. That's what Roger called him. That's what Roger and I called Joe, was our son, because even though he's older than both of us, but like, he would go everywhere with us. He was our little kid. We took him everywhere, and he acts like a child. Still, I constantly am like, God, I'm just a babysitter some days. But it's like, yeah, he was my best friend before he was my boss, and you know, it's... And then he finally met someone and got married, and that was awesome. Looks like he's gone already this morning. Anyway, okay, I'm at work. No one's here to see me cry, so that's good. So I'm gonna wipe it up. I'm gonna suck it up. I'm gonna pretend like my life doesn't suck. No, it doesn't. I just... In with the good, out with the bad.